it before because like now it's so long, everyone's so used to it. And, like today, I was like on the curb smoking a joint, and these guys, I'm on the phone with my lady, and I'm smoking the J, and they come up and they're like, "Oh, of course it was the guy with the long hair." I was like, "Huh?" And they're like, "You smoking a J?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, man." They were like telling me like we're trying to smell it, find where it's at. I was like, God. I was like really baked and like really like just like goofing.
Did they really
Uh,
just like go outside and say like, "Hey, where can I find that Zaza?"
yeah, no, for real. Well, they were on their bikes riding down the sidewalk, and
Oh
like
my
sure they could
god.
pick it up from like a mile away. Um,
Yeah, I mean,
they
good
were funny.
grass. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. I always get soon. Next, actually, probably I might need a restock in a week or 2 weeks here, maybe. I'll see how much I got left in the jar. And I'll pick a weekend. I know this weekend I have D&D.
Oh, nice, nice.
But huh?
Tomorrow I have no idea if I have D&D or not, but we shall figure that out.
Oh, it's uncertain right now. You're
Yeah.
not sort of in the air. Are we recording, by the way?
Yeah, we are. So I'm gonna have to cut out that part where you swore because that was within like the first minute.
Oh, fuck.
Well, you're good now because it's like
All right, sweet. We've been well beyond. Are we gonna have to cut out the joint story? Am I gonna have to retell that one?
No, I'm just gonna have to cut out the part where you say shit somewhere, so it's gonna look funny in post editing. So yeah,
No, sure.
yeah.
No. So, well, yeah. So I'm excited for that. It's gonna be an all day thing. It was kind of weird. We were trying to figure out when to schedule it because our nurse friend was like, I don't know what my schedule is, but then we got the email this week, so it's gonna be the 17th. There's been no objections.
Yeah.
Works out for me. This last weekend, I had a pretty eventful weekend.
Nice, nice.
Well, Thursday was okay. So Thursday's kind of I kind of count Thursday as like a kickoff to the weekend. It's like the pre-weekend, I guess, because like I usually go out Thursday nights, always to Broncos, and so
Heck yeah,
uh,
there you go. There you go.
yeah. So they have the two Jaeger bombs for $9, and our friend was like, "Hey, there's a group of six of us. I'm gonna get 18 shots,"
Oh wow. Okay,
which
nice.
was it's $81 done the math right before tip. And you have to tip Ashley. She's hell cool. It's a requirement at Broncos. But no,
$81
so
for that many shots. Okay. Okay.
well for 18, I mean that's a really good deal. That's like saving you $20. Because otherwise it'd be like 100 or at least 100. Their shots are usually pretty expensive.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, true.
but anyhow, so we had pre-gamed before too, so I had like 6 shots and like a joint. Oh, and I had this I had this hot sauce that my friend gave me that had weed infused in it, and I marinated some chicken overnight with it, and I cooked it in that, and it got me really high. But it was also really flavorful, so it was good sauce, um, good heat, and good gas.
Can
And
you
so
imagine taking that and a pot brownie at the same time?
that'd be nuts, dude. You take the hot sauce with dinner, and then for dessert you have the brownie and some milk to cool down. Um,
Exactly, but no like J's in between, just like those two, and that's it. And then you're feeling like good. You're feeling great.
well, I got speaking of feeling great, I got these CBD things recently in the mail. Oh my
Oh,
god,
nice.
dude. They're so relaxing. I like took one when I first got it in, and I forgot I took one, and then it hit, and I was like, "Oh, that's nice." It's the prize of relaxation. It was very cool.
I still
But
love
no,
that tweet where it's like someone had like those gummy edibles, and it's like it melted all into like one big like puck, and they
oh
decided to
yeah,
take like a giant bite out of it. And
oh
then they
god.
tweeted like I think like 45 minutes later, like my brain itches.
That's yeah. I'm debating getting like a. They have these little shot things of like 100 milligrams, and I'm like debating getting one.
Oh
Because
yeah,
usually daily doses like I do a tenner and a joint, about a gram of weed. I pack those joints. But so anyway,
you pack that gas, bro.
I packed that gas, son. So I got baked and drunk before the function, and I was when we rolled up, and he said, my friend Jackson turns to me and he's like, "Yo, Faves just ordered 18 shots," and I was like, my jaw dropped. I was like, I'm not having three. I did the math quick, even though I was like out of it. I was like, I'm not doing 3 shots. So I tried to troop it out. I did like two, and I was like, the third one's definitely gonna make me vomit in like an hour if I'm dancing and stuff. So I turned out to Tyler, and he was a hero, dude. He's a G. He took the extra one for me, so he had 4 shots at the bar. I was like, bro, you're a mad lad, but a lifesaver,
Jesus.
dude. And then, so then Friday, yeah, so Thursday was crazy as always. Oh, and then it was super packed because I guess it was like it's finals week next week for the colleges, and so all the kids who didn't get to party during the quarter are gonna party now.
Oh, that sounds about right. Yeah.
So that it was packed, and it took us like 45 minutes to get in. It was a real fight to get in, and like I don't know why they do this at clubs. They're like everyone's shoving in, and I'm in the front trying to make sure my friends are getting in. I'm like kind of the bear. I'm the human shield. I'm a tanky guy. I'm a bulky guy. You know,
You're kind of like
big
an
old
inverse bouncer.
exactly. I'm an inverse bouncer. I'm helping them get in instead of all these other folks. Um,
Yeah.
and so I felt like Toby in Spider-Man 2, just like like holding the
Oh
train
my
back. It
god
was crazy, man.
damn.
It was weird, and then we finally got in, and it was packed in there, so I couldn't even bust down really that much, and it was like kind of like annoying.
Maybe that third shot would have been nice, actually.
I probably could have handled it better since I wasn't moving as much. Because when I move after I'm drinking, I'm like that's where I'm fucked. It's like swishing things around, dude. It's
Well, that's not me, weirdly enough. That's actually me if I'm like drinking beer or something. If I have like two within like, 30 minutes of each other, I'm like, oh god, I feel full. Whereas like if I'm doing like shots, it's like, okay, I kind of need to eat something.
well, shots are the really dangerous one because you can like I could chug 2 beers in an hour easily, but you could also have 5 shots in an hour easily if you wanted.
Yeah.
As long as you got the chase, or unless you're not a bitch like me.
Yeah.
But so anyhow, the club was. I liked the group I was with. The pregame was really fun. It was hilarious. It was nice walking over to the bar, and then getting in and being in was kind of just like, eh. But like anyway, and then Friday I think I took it chill. Oh yeah, I went to a graduation party for my friend, so I actually did another party,
Oh,
uh,
nice.
which was really cool. I got to hang out with with my boy David, who I don't really get to talk to around the office that much. He works in a different
David.
program. But he got me onto some shit, man. He got me onto some like Mexicana music, and like he got me onto this band called Los Hermanos Mendozas, which it's the brothers of something. The something brothers is what it is, and
Ah.
I don't know, no sé qué es Mendozas, but anyway, or son Mendozas. Anyway, so that was cool, and then Saturday. Oh yeah, Saturday was the show. So like Saturday during the day was like I was kind of running around. I was zipping and zooming. I left my girl's place. I came back here, got my shit together, packed the laundry, went to go do that, called the folks. My friend, I then put that all away. I put it all at the apartment, drop it off here. I drive to go get lunch for me and my lady, and then on the way to my lady's work, because she's at work that day. But I promised to visit her on lunch. I was on the way, and my friend Jackson calls me, and so he's like, "Hey, you want to hang?" And I was like, "Oh shit, okay, let me let you know when I'm done here and like done with the laundry, and I'll come over." And then I like rolled around to his at like 2. We hung out for a few hours. I had to go get my friend her birthday gift because yesterday we went to the beach, and I wanted to make sure I gave that to her because it was a birthday celebration for her. It was really fun, and I'll get to that in a moment. So then after I got the gift, I had to go home. I quickly made a pack of ramen. Then I drove out to get my friend Naeem for the show. And then let's see.
Did you actually make yourself a bowl of ramen? Because I feel like you could have saved time just by like doing the old middle school thing and just like
No, I
putting a
boiled the
pot.
water and everything.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say you could just put it in a bag with like the powder and then crush it and then just eat like a
Like we
snack
used
on
to
the
do
way
in
there.
elementary school and middle school. Yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah, those
What
are
were we
good
doing
days.
back then? I mean, we were making do with what we had. We didn't have a portable kettle. I do have a portable grill now. That's another story. Get that in a sec.
Just you, you just walk into like a cow train or something, pull out the panini maker and just like start cooking.
I got a charcoal grill, dude. So like I carry that in
Oh
my
my
trunk now, and like whenever
god.
I need it, I got a fold-out table. I got beach-ready stuff at the wazoo, dude. I got towels, chairs in there. I got a fucking speaker in there. I got a beach umbrella now in there. It's my ladies, and
Dude, I could just see you grilling some patties and some onions and just making patty melts for everyone. I can fucking see that.
oh, absolutely, I'd love to do that. And then
Yeah.
I have a sun hat in the back seat, so I can protect my white boy skin.
There you go. There you go.
And let's see what else. What else happened Saturday? So then I raced to go get Neem. Then we go all the way to Palo Alto to the show. Turns out doors were at 7. Show's not till 8 for some reason. The flyer from they said, and usually the show starts half an hour after the doors open. But I guess we had to wait. So we were just waiting in the lot. We're drinking some beers. I brought some beers in the cooler. Oh, we also have a cooler at all times.
Nice, smart.
In here, I packed it yesterday with a bunch of stuff. So then we caught the show. The show was cool. We missed the second act. So like the first act was this really cool, funky psychedelic band. They're called Voodoo Caravan. It's spelled VUDU. caravan, as in like caravan for the mama, and and
Periwinkle
they're
blue.
Periwinkle Blue, and they're really good. And they're so much fun to hang out with. Michaela's the lead singer, wonderful vocalist. I want to give a big shout out to these motherfuckers on this episode. Um, Will on guitar, man, rocking it. Oh, Raul on bass, dude, slapping the fuck out that thing.
Damn.
Kyle on drums, dude. He's keeping time like nobody's business, like a watch, baby.
Fucking
So,
A, man. Jesus.
so good band overall. Really just enjoyable. They're super fun to hang out with. So we caught that act, and then it was the second act was Iesha. I want to say I'm pronouncing that correctly. I have no idea. And I'm a little bummed we missed her set because we played one of her songs on the way up just to like get familiarized. Because she only has singles out, not an album. I would have put an album on,
Ah.
but no, I mean I like the music when I listen to it on Spotify, and she's like a verified artist with like 300,000 followers, so I'm sure she's doing well. And then Maddoxon was the last set. So Maddoxon is like this indie rock band. I don't know if I've talked about them before on this pod, but they're led by this lady Madison. She's super cool, super chill. She has this like kind of like '60s like haircut, which I really fuck with. And
What,
she's
like, you mean like big hair or something? Or like, what do you mean?
kind of like one of those like bowlish kind of ones. I think I don't know what you
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know. I don't know the names of haircuts. I just recently discovered I'm bisexual, so I don't know a lot of things. Um, so she also was cool. She had a guitar that was like looked like a flower. So like the board, so the head of the fret looked like a leaf, and then the or like a yeah like a stem, and then the actual body of the guitar looked like a fucking like flower petal. It was cool. Nice little design, sounded cool. She said it was very new, so it kept getting out of tune. Uh, and then, so after that, so we went to a post game. So first I dropped off Naeem because he was like, I'm like tired. You guys can go to the post game. I was like, sweet. So, and the post game is down the street from my apartment. They live like around the university and stuff, which is cool. So then I got myself home. I ran upstairs. I repacked the cooler with like, 12 beers from my fridge. I brought them over. And we were just hanging out at their pad, playing beer pong, shooting the shit. I was really proud of myself last night. So, or my buddy Nate, we were all joking about Stevie Wonder, and he was like kind of like doing some bits, and we were like, we probably shouldn't do this, and I was like, what, bro? He's not gonna see it, you know what I mean? Like, I was really proud of myself. It got the whole group roaring, which is sweet. So you might want to cut that part out. That might be offensive. Um,
How's he gonna find it?
you can still hear.
Yeah, who's gonna play it to him? Who's gonna be that mean to Stevie Wonder? If they're out there playing this bit for him, they're the asshole, not us.
That's kind of true, man. I reckon
Yeah.
bad bit. So anyway, so that was super fun, and then I can't remember when I left that function, but then we did a late night Denny's run, and then the next morning, yeah, so Sunday morning, we had to meet up with our friends Revel and Bella early in the morning because it was Bella's birthday on the first. Everybody say happy birthday, Bella, in the comments.
Happy birthday, Bella!
It was super cool. So they wanted to plan going to the beach and the boardwalk. So it was like, oh sweet. And so I had to try and meet my lady at her place, and so I was running late, and I was stressing about that because I was like, oh god, we have to be there by 10. I'm a very like timely person. And I get stressed when I'm not on time. I'm like really timely with my clients, but I find I'm very flexible with them, and I usually try to be flexible with like friends and stuff. But it all kind of worked out. We got there on time despite our rushing, our field need for that because I brewed like one cup. I hopped in the shower. I did my business all in there. Come out, and then I'm like,
Okay, now it just sounds like you waffle stomped in the shower, but okay.
no, 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 no. I guess it could sound like no. I shit
Yeah.
before the shower. You don't do a post shower shit. You might as well crawl back into bed and start your whole day over. That's the wrong way to do it.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
the wiping is impossible. It's like you just get a soggy piece of toilet paper if you shit after your shower. So then I was hurriedly getting ready. I got her on the phone and we were talking, and both hurriedly getting ready. And like then I finally packed the car. I drove over to her place. She was still getting ready, and then we were gonna do like a sit down breakfast place and chill. But then we were like, we don't have enough time for that. Let's just go to a coffee shop and get like some sandwiches. And actually, I had this really good breakfast sandwich, a little cafe called Hannah Cafe. I want to say. Uh,
Okay.
say really cool. They have what's called a raised breakfast, so it had like ham, bacon, sausage, egg, red onions, some cheese. Man, it was good.
Ooh, guess I
It was
need.
all on like a really crispy piece of toast, two pieces of toast, and yeah, it was just really nice. And I had a good latte. It was a vanilla bean latte. It was a large, so it was 3 shots of espresso, which I needed.
Ooh.
Um, so yeah, I had that, and then we got to Revel's place at 10:30 on time. Let's go, and then we met up with a bunch of his friends. We left about probably I want to say maybe like 45 minutes later to an hour later, something like that. I can't recall,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like 30 minutes or something, because we'd left and we got to the deli. So Bella wanted to go to a deli. It was a really cool deli, good sandwiches. I had this thing called the Neptune, which, if I remember correctly, had ham on it and like some lettuce. And I asked for no tomato, but then it had some sauce. I can't remember what the sauce was on it, but it was really good. It was a very good sandwich. I enjoyed it.
I feel
Then we
like
got
that's misnamed then. If it's called the Neptune, why not actually have some fish in it or something? Like,
yeah, you think right? Yeah, that'd be like fitting.
yeah.
Yeah, false advertising, whatever the deli was called. I don't remember, but I need to get it from Bella because the next time I go out to Santa Cruz, I might just have to hit that up.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so then we got to the beach and we were chilling there, and that was cool. My lady got super sunburned. That's a whole nother story. She got like it was kind of annoying too because she was putting on sunscreen. I think she just didn't apply well on her back. Obviously, maybe that's
Ah.
the case. Who knows? But
Well, that's where you come in, man. Like, how I feel, you know?
yeah, I was trying to. I should have been helping. I should have offered to help. I was helping out my boy Landry next to me. He was a fellow white boy, and I was like, "You need some sunscreen, dog. We're out here for a minute."
Okay, you're
'Cause-
trying to cop a feel from him. I respect that, honestly. 100%.
so then, so and then we went for coffee again. So I got like a matcha latte. Oh, I had a lot of caffeine yesterday.
Holy sh... Man, that's only reserved for me. I'm supposed to be like the bane of this group, just fueled by caffeine instead of steroids.
I took a lot of caffeine actually, dude, and like I
What? How
did
much
like
do you average a day?
well, I try to never exceed like 400 milligrams because like that's like the recommend that's like the maximum dose. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Shit.
I might be beating you by a mile and a half. Fuck.
If you go beyond that, there's symptoms of irritability and like really bad heart stuff going on, man. You gotta be careful with that.
See, my tolerance is so high. I can drink like 3 bangs in like a day, and I'm not phased. And that's like what,
Dude,
900 milligrams of caffeine.
you gotta stop that shit. You gotta slow down on the bangs, dude. That's really actually not good for you at all.
Life is short.
I feel it, dude.
Life is short, and I'm trying to shorten it.
I
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
was smoking cigarettes, dude. I'll tell you what, bro.
I'll tell you what,
Uh,
though. Fucking Marlboro Reds and Bang Energy. If that doesn't kill me in like 6 years, I don't know what does.
Good, dude. And so anyway, so okay, yeah. So we stopped for coffee again at this place called the Verve that I've actually wanted to go to, but I've never been. It was a really cool little spot. I got matcha latte because like that seemed to be the vibe. 3 out of 9 of us got it. Um, so we then we went over to the boardwalk. We had to park over there. Parking is expensive, by the way. It's like $30, but there's no entry fee. I mean, you just have to pay for like getting on the rides and stuff.
Huh.
Which day pass is like $70, which is like a lot. Kind of a lot of bones or clams or whatever. So I mean, I was content with walking around and just buying food all day. That's kind of what me and my lady and her friend Nora did. That was cool. It was a good time, man. We were there all day, and we finally got home around like 9:30 or so, maybe a little after. Kind of like late, man. But it was good. It was very cool. It was a good. Yeah, it was a very eventful weekend. I'm kind of still recuperating, and then I just have not. No, actually, this week isn't terribly busy. I think. What's your weekend been like, man? What you been up to? I've been talking for like 20 minutes now. I think.
Aside from, my vague death threats, which, by the way, aren't real, okay? I just keep drinking Bang, I'll be me. Yeah, I'm okay, guys, I swear. I swear.
He's fine. It's not a cry for help, boys.
No, it's not. I'm the happiest I can be right now. I got a new haircut. I got a nice new shirt on,
I like the purple, man. I like
Oh,
the
thank
purple.
you.
I dig it.
Thank you.
I got this nice new tie dye from Santa Cruz, man. I went to a gift shop and I was like, I wanted to get the classic logo, but those were like $10 extra than this shirt, so I was like, I'm just gonna get one that's like tie dye, with a little Santa Cruz on it.
Oh, dude, you are fitting the bill for your standard Californian man. Long hair, the beard, the choice of IPAs, going out, hanging out with friends, and just wearing tie
Always
dye.
wearing sandals. Always wearing sandals, especially in the heat.
Exactly. Oh, and the reefer beyond belief too. So yeah.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I rolled
Yeah.
like. Well, it was funny. So like, I was actually really. I think I'm gonna start making like Sundays like an off day for me. Like I smoke every day. Like I do an edible every day, and I smoke a joint and a bowl, and maybe another joint.
And you're worried about my caffeine habits? The fuck?
Yeah, I've got some extreme habits. So not extreme yet, but like I do want to like take Sundays to be an off day because I was yesterday. I remembered my edibles, but then I was like, oh wait, I forgot to bring the joints I rolled. Then I was like, with the group I'm with, I don't think I'm gonna get an opportunity to step away and smoke because like Rebels group is all cool and shit, but I don't know. I like to step away and not smoke in front of people who don't choose to do drugs or anything.
Yeah.
Thing. I try to stay out of the way. But it kind of worked out. I'd sobered up and I was like, okay, I'm chilling and I can just kind of like authentically like enjoy myself today and like be cool. So that was nice. I need to start making Sundays an off day. I'm just gonna like not to smoke any weed.
Yeah. Well, that's
It's
me
a-
with like drinking. Like I felt like I've had a little bit of alcohol this week, so I'm like I probably should cool it after tonight because we're doing tequila tasting tonight. So yeah.
Oh, you're doing a tequila tasting?
Yes, yes. We have a guest over right now. That's why we're filming the episode like right now, as soon as possible, and then wrap it up around like 8 or so. So yeah.
No, bet totally.
Yeah.
No, that's sweet. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to balance things out. And I mean, like, I think alcohol is especially one that's like so normalized in our culture.
Yeah.
That like it's really hard not to go for a drink. I mean, like, me and Jack. I remember one night that particularly was really funny. So it was me, Kate, her friend Marina, or I guess now our friend, and Jack. And so we're all hanging out. We saw a movie. We saw the D&D movie. That's right. And
There
then we
you
were
go.
trying to like, was it the D&D movie or was it?
Did it
Kinda
have
like
magic
this.
and did it have Chris Pine?
Well, yeah, it's the D&D movie. I mean,
Yeah.
but like,
That's
I
the
I
whole
think
movie,
that
basically.
I think that was the movie we all saw together. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else. It's really hard to, kind of.
Wait, what about John Wick? I remember you were telling me you saw John Wick. So
I saw that on my own. I did a double feature that day. That was recent. But so anyway, this was a story back. Me and Jack turned to each other, like we were like, "Oh, what do we want to do now?" Like it was pretty early in the night. We were like, we could do like an after thing, and then like me and Jack turned to each other. We were like, I don't know, pub. And like that was the only thing we could think of was just go down and get a drink.
yeah.
It's really hard. I know that like so I'll be having him over tonight after this, and I'm certain that we're both gonna want another drink. And I don't really mind, right? Like I try to have off days. Like I think as long
Yeah.
as you're having off days, and like you're not letting the alcohol control you. Like I pick one night of the week where like I go a little ham to party, and I think I'm gonna cut. I really want to try and cut that back. It's really hard to, because like those are the nights like when my friends want to party, they always want to bring out shots, and I never. I like doing like a shot or two, and then like I'll have a cocktail or a beer. But like if we're just shooting shots the rest of the evening, like that's not fun. That's just like that's a mix for disaster. It's like we did that when we were with my lady and her friends at their place drinking, and that fucked me up the next day. Really, I had not been that hungover in a long time, and that was only just last Sunday. Not this last Sunday, but the one before. I was
Yeah.
hungover, and yeah, it's just really hard to balance, dude. It's really hard to balance. I talk about this with my clients all the time. It's like I really just try to have a healthy dose of this stuff because I know I never want to stop either one. I really don't.
No, same. But that's where I try to find myself
it.
as like an enthusiast when it comes to this type of stuff. You know, like not to go too crazy on the drinking, but like see myself as like a chemist when it comes to making cocktails. Like, ooh, this is something I'm working up on. I'm not gonna go too crazy. Maybe a couple drinks at most, just to try and perfect the recipe.
Like a
Or
connoisseur of the art, because there's a certain art to it.
yeah,
There is art to beer and to cocktail making and to wine and all these different things. I mean,
yeah.
I've been doing it for centuries, so it's like
Oh yeah, human beings have been brewing beer for like 10,000 years, and professionally for about 1,000. So
yeah, totally. It's like
yeah,
we just I mean it was the safest thing to drink thousands of years ago when the waters were filthy.
yeah,
Uh, and I mean right now it's been so long of an era of humans doing it that like we've worked to really get it down to a science and it's interesting. I mean like
yeah.
I was excited to hear like I go to this local brewery S27 and the owner was talking to me, Kathy. She was talking to me about the all the brews that are coming back and stuff are coming out, and I'm super excited. It's gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really cool. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man.
Speaking of beer, I had what was it, a Miller Lite a couple nights ago, and or no, not a Miller Lite, Miller High Life. That's what it was. Because I don't remember the taste of Miller High Life, so I was trying to compare between that and Miller Lite. And honestly, out of the two, I'd rather grab a Miller Lite because Miller High Life is a little bit trashy.
I don't think I've ever had Miller High. Wait, is that the one that comes in the 40s?
That's the one that comes in the 40s, and they call themselves the champagne of beer. Otherwise, they usually come in like
Oh,
a 12-ounce bottle that's very stylized and usually in 12 packs.
they're fine. I enjoy that. I think, yeah, for cheap beer, I gotta go Miller Lite. Miller Lite was actually, like, I remember we did that tasting a few episodes back.
Yeah.
I actually quite appreciated that one.
Yeah, because
Um,
it's like it actually tastes like a solid beer. I mean, granted, it does have like a lot of corn flavoring to it, but it's still generally what a light pilsner should taste like to some
hmm
degree.
No, totally.
But
And it's only
Miller,
95 calories each.
but what's that?
It's only 95 calories each.
Even better, even better. But Miller High Life is just too sickly sweet of corn. It's like it's almost bordering on the line of like a malt liquor almost.
Mm-hmm.
Just if it had a little extra malt and like a very sharp, like, heavy sweet taste, then yeah, it'd basically be like drinking Old English at that point.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, I say that, but I swear to God, if I cracked open that or a Steel Reserve, I'd probably throw up after like the first few sips.
I think I've had a Steel Reserve before. They're fine. Again, it's all just cheap beer. It's like it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be downable, not enjoyable or not fun.
Yeah,
I guess it's you can enjoy it to a like I like Bud Light. I like the taste.
yeah.
Not since they did the Dynamo. No, I'm kidding. You
No,
should,
she's out here living her best life, and she looks great right now, honestly. She's bleach blonde now. It's fucking awesome.
oh, she's blonde.
Yeah,
Fuck, I'm gonna have to check that out.
I know, right? But no, the whole like beer thing is like I ride the fine line of like drinking and trying great craft beer, but I also think to myself, if there's gonna be cheap beer options out there like Bud Light, Budweiser, Pabst Blue Ribbon, Miller Lite, I might as well know exactly which ones I'd go for if I'm really needing to save money. If I somehow don't have this cool job I have anymore.
No,
God forbid.
totally. I mean, I was bragging to everybody at the post game on Saturday. I was like, yeah, like I brought the Pivot Pilsner you got me and the Cali Squeeze.
Yeah, there you
And I
go.
was and Will was like, oh, I like this one, man. It's light, it's easy. I was like, yeah, yeah. This is from the brewery my brother works at. He's like, he works there, and I was like, yeah, dude. So this beer, all free.
Bro, what did he say?
He was like, that's fucking sweet, man. I was like, yeah, dude. He's like, you might as well use that resource, bro.
I know,
Um,
man. It's just having this great access to just incredible brews, like truly master, like pieces. It's just incredible. Yeah.
no, absolutely, yeah. Gosh. We also you saw Spider Verse last week, didn't you?
I
You were
did.
saying
I
in
was
the
gonna
group
mention
chat.
that. Yeah,
Can
I
we
saw
talk
Spider
about
Verse.
that? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
All right.
first.
So spoilers ahead.
Spoilers
Um,
ahead, right here, this time mark right now. Spoilers ahead. Okay.
so if you haven't seen it, don't listen. But so the first hour didn't really grab me that much. I understood the story. I understood what was going on, but I was like, where's the Spider Verse shit? And it's like I think that was the main issue of the movie. It felt like half a movie because it's supposed to be. It's a
Yeah.
two-parter thing. So it leaves on like a cliffhanger. And then also like we were a little late because like that night, yeah, we had a busy week last week. So we did hot pot that night, which oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna sidetrack for a minute. Flashback to the hot pot. Spoilers for the hot pot.
Yeah.
Um, so I we got this. We got two pots. We got one mushroom soup, and we got this other like spicy soup that was like a medium level 5 heat. It was like a medium heat, but medium for like Chinese food is like pretty hot. So anyway, so then we also got this like spicy beef. 3 orders of it for some reason. It's coated in like sesame and like other spices. Like it's fucking like it's coated. It was like rolled around in like this fucking like I don't know. This really
Jesus.
spicy peppers and stuff. And so I had 3 of those from the hot pot, and boy, the next morning was awful. But anyway, so we went to hot pot beforehand. The rest of it was good. We had noodles and like some rice cake and some other meats that I couldn't name, but they were very good.
Nice,
I
nice.
ate them, and we had some lettuce and stuff, some head of lettuce, and then so we got to the movie. So we got there late because like so the guy who bought the tickets, we already left the restaurant kind of later than we should have. So we were all racing over there. But then as soon as I park, I saw that the guy texted us, "Hey, getting gas." I was like, "Motherfucker!" So like we had to wait on him, and then like we got there, we had to go get our snacks, and then the fucking alcoholics that like Jack and Nate are, they had to go get cocktails um, from the bar. After getting a pitcher, well, no, Tyler got the pitcher of beer at the restaurant. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
totally not calling them out or nothing. Fuck.
Well, no. So anyway, he got two pitchers actually because it was like we asked like how many beers comes in one, and he was like, oh, four, and so we're like, okay, just get like because there were eight of us, so he was like, get two. Which I mean, I had some beer, so I can't be judging, I guess. I also drank a lot last week, man. I'd just be loaded up. So then
Dude, I wasn't fucking loaded for Spider-Man. I literally just got like a large popcorn and then had like 3 lollipops. Granted, I can feel the sodium in my heart, but that was fine.
no, for sure, that's just
Yeah.
sitting there, and it's gonna sit there. And so we got there, and we were like 5 minutes late through the movie, so we only saw the beginning for us was like Peter Parker's death in Gwen's universe.
Yeah.
So we missed that whole story arc, and I feel like if we had had that context, it would have been a little better. But then the second half, I really liked. The second half of the movie, when he finally met the other Spider-Man and was doing all the shit, that was super cool. And I like the story it's telling. It's like, oh, Miles was like a mistake or whatever, because like it's not his spider. And then he's like, he got sent to the universe with where his spider comes from, and it was like, whoa, it's like
Yeah.
and oh my god, so yeah, it was really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed the second half, and oh my god, the animation and Hobie, dude. Hobie stole my heart, dude. I fucking love that Spider-Man. Spider-Punk, dude. I think he might be like my new favorite Spider-Man.
I think so, honestly, because just his vibe and everything and just his quips, just so good.
He cracked me
So
up.
good.
He's like fighting the system and stuff, and like anti-fascist, and
I don't believe in
hate the AM,
teams.
I hate the PM.
I don't believe in teams. It's like, you're in a band. I don't believe in consistency.
Oh man, it was good. It was a well done movie. I'm excited for the next part.
I think it was a great setup for the next part, honestly, because again, there was so much story they felt like they needed to put in there, which I didn't mind the first half because I was confused at first. Don't get me wrong with them following Gwen instead of Miles Morales because it is essentially his movie. I mean, think about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's the problem is like it's so much movie. It feels like it. Well, it's not. I guess it's not a problem. I really quite thought Gwen's story was interesting, and now they're transcoding her. I guess it's like an allegory for transitioning, which like respect. I appreciate.
Yeah.
Extrapolate what you want from art, man.
Look, either she is trans or like her story arc is an allegory for like the whole, dealing with transitioning and whatnot. Which, either way, I'm all for because I stand.
Support our trans queens, and so
exactly
and our trans kings.
Exactly. 100%.
Can't forget the trans kings, and all the in betweens.
100%.
And so anyway, so yeah, I don't know, the first half just didn't grab me as much.
I think you have to look at it from the perspective that Gwen now relates to Miles a lot more in our eyes because of that revelation of how similar their origin stories really are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fact that a close personal friend of theirs was killed, because they were essentially their antagonist in the moment, and then both of their dads discover that and think that version of Spider-Man / Spider-Woman is the enemy in that universe. So yeah,
that's right. He did think that for a minute.
Yeah. But the only difference is that Miles Morales Spider-Man saved the day in his universe. So in his father's eyes, he's like, okay, maybe this kid actually is a hero. He's not a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I liked the storyline with her dad though. I like the healing they did a bit. That was cool.
Yeah.
I love the animation of the movie. And the other thing that annoyed me was like Spot kind of just disappeared, and then like it was when he entered the Spider-Verse that like Miguel O'Hara became the villain, kind of. So it was like, or like a lot. So
I mean, can we talk about the fact like his first introduction already painted him as the villain based on like the scoring and theme of his intro music, and then just the menacing like presence he has. Despite the fact he does fight Vulture along with Spider-Gwen and
Spider
Spider-Woman,
Woman. Yep.
like they do paint him more as a hero. It's like, oh, okay, this is the hero we know. Until like later, when you see more of his villainous mannerisms, you're like, oh, he really is the villain the whole time.
Yeah, I liked that first fight scene with the Vulture. That was cool. I liked how it was like it was a Da Vinci Vulture or whatever. That was sweet.
Yeah, that was.
Um, yeah, that was. It was a very cool. It was very well done. I like the Lego sequence. That was cool.
Oh my
Apparently, it was
god.
like some 14-year-old kid who did it or something.
Yeah, I heard about that online. That's fucking amazing. I love that so
That's
much.
cool as fuck. I'm glad they got him to do that.
God.
I love all the little references. I love that Donald Glover was in there a little bit. That was sweet. He's eventually that's hinting that he might be the Prowler in later movies. That'll be sweet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and also the other reference they had to the main Marvel Cinematic Universe with what was it? That one line that Miguel drops. It's like, and don't even get me started with that one nerd in Doctor Strange from Earth 999999.
Yeah,
Because it's
that's
two references. It's not only referencing the events of Doctor Strange, or no, what is it?
Far From Home.
Spider-Man Far From Home. That's what it is.
Or No Way
No
Home.
Way Home. That's what it is.
That's
No
what
Way
it is.
Home. Fuck. There's so many goddamn Marvel movies.
Well, they're
Spider-Man
all- it's
No
like
Way Home, the one where they break the fucking universe and then have 3 different Spider-Man in the same universe. That
Yep.
one. And they're also referencing the fact that in an interview with the actress who plays Miss Marvel, the teenage version one, she is a uber comic book nerd, so she genuinely believes that the universe that is the main Marvel, cinematic universe is Earth 99999, despite what Kevin Feige says.
Oh wow.
But this movie does confirm that what she's saying is indeed true.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, which that's fucking amazing. I love that.
That's sweet. Yeah, very fun. Yeah, it was just a very fun movie. It was very enjoyable. Love seeing Spider-Man. I loved seeing all the different Spider-Men. Like there was the cowboy one. There was the cat one. There was so many. I liked.
I gotta look this up later, but I'm pretty sure the one that voiced that cowboy Spider-Man, the one with the masked horse, it has to be Matthew Mercer or something.
That'd be sweet. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be. He's very good at playing cowboys.
He's very good at having that, deep, southern drawl.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun movie, man. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Excited to see the next one that comes out in March or something.
Yeah.
So we don't have to wait that long.
Also, I didn't notice this until someone pointed it out on Twitter, but still, because further spoilers since we're like that, we'll give the timestamp of when we're stopping spoilers. But right now, we're still continuing with spoilers. In this Spider-Man movie, they do reveal that in another universe, Miles becomes the Prowler, and
yes, that's right.
in the first Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, before, during the fight sequence with Kingpin and then Spider-Man, that main universe's Spider-Man discovers Miles Morales also has the spider sense. You see the color scheme in the background? It switches from Prowler's color scheme to Spider-Man's color scheme, symbolizing that in that moment, in that universe, Miles doesn't go down that path. He goes down the path of becoming the new universe's Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting, man.
Dude, it was there the whole time since the beginning, bruh.
They've been plotting this movie. I'm sure they've been plotting this whole thing.
I feel like really... Charlie Day right now with the red string on the the crime scene board.
Yeah. What I also liked about the movie, it was really cool because I didn't catch up on it super quick, but Kate did. It was when he goes to that machine that analyzes the villain's DNA and sends him back to the right universe for that.
Yeah.
It scanned Miles, but it didn't scan his DNA. It scanned the spider's DNA, so that's why it sent him to Universe 42. That was cool. I liked that part. I liked the diversion and the writing. It was really well done.
And that's probably why that version of Spider Girl / Woman didn't hit the reboot button, because she also probably realized, wait, it's analyzing the other universe's spider DNA, so the plan can still go forward. Miguel O'Hara can still do what he wants to do, because Miguel's not going to end up back in his own universe anyways.
Yep, true.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and I love the writing about the canon events. That was really interesting. That was cool.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about it until they pointed out about like the connection that all these Spider-Men have, and like what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man. It's the tragedy. It's a really interesting story, man. It's really well done,
Well, because it
and
kind of ties into the idea of like alternate realities being branches off in like specific moments in time, and there's you know, there's something in time travel called fixed moments. Basically, you cannot change those moments. Period. Otherwise, you unravel the entire time stream.
totally.
Yeah. That's a subject that's been explored throughout many like science fiction series, but this one did it so well, honestly.
No, absolutely. These movies do the multiverse thing well. That's what I really like about them. It really plays with the idea. Um, and it's just a great. And I love the animation styles and the change ups and how much work was put into it. I really respect it.
Dude, I fucking feel so bad for Penny Parker because as soon as she showed up on screen, I was like, "Damn, bitch, you got the 1,000-yard stare. What the hell happened to you?"
Yeah, she's been through some shit. They're bringing back Spider-Man Noir, dude. Nick Cage is coming back. Oh, I'm excited for that, dude.
How much you want to bet they actually just animated him in the movie and then just didn't call him up yet and said like, "Hey, Nick, since we like put him in the movie, can you just do like a couple quick
Can you
like
just do a
voice
favor
lines?"
for us real quick?
Yeah, it's like we'll pay you like really well for it. And it's like, all right, let's do it.
All right then. I still need to see Mandy. I gotta find a night to do that, man. That's a fucking trip.
Dude, it is a 2.5 hour trip, and it is fucking amazing. Oh, it is his best movie. I swear to God.
I gotta pick a night. There's just so much to watch. I'm finishing up. The cake got me onto The Haunting of Hill House, so I'm
Was that
working my
good?
way through that. It is a very good show. It's good and scary, and it's well written, and it's emotional. Oh my God, it's a very intense show. It's very well done. It's the same guy who does the Midnight Club and this other show, Midnight Mass. I've only seen the first episode of Midnight Mass, but that's really good too.
Okay.
I've seen most of Midnight Club. So that was dope too. It was really well done. He's really good at this horror haunted stuff. It's really dope. Um, Definitely check it out. And yeah, so Spider-Verse was dope. I think this is the end of the spoilers, right?
Yeah, this is the end of the spoilers because we're now talking about like Midnight Mass and Midnight Club and stuff. So
and Haunting of Hill House. So yes, yeah.
And no spoilers for those. So you know, like you're good, viewers. You're good.
Oh well, yeah. I don't want to spoil it for you because that's going to ruin the whole thing.
Yeah.
But man,
it's just one of those shows. I get it. I totally get it.
It's definitely one of those shows that you got to check out. It's really fucking cool, and it does. And I commend Haunting of Hill House. It does these really phenomenal, just long takes. Like the camera does not cut, and it helps to build the horror and stuff. And they just keep acting, and they're doing really well at the acting. Like all the actors are fantastic in it. It's just a really well done show, and in the way it's directed, it's a very like pulp story telling, but it's very cool. Yeah, definitely check that out when you get a chance. Long episodes, but like they're worth it. It's like probably over 10 hours almost about 10 hours of viewing, I think.
See, 3 series I'm excited to come back with a new season is Invincible, obviously.
Yeah, when is Invincible coming back?
I have no clue, to be honest. I haven't heard any news or nothing, but
The Boys finished wrapping up filming season 4, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, same here, honestly. Especially after the end of season 3. Like, what? I'm not gonna spoil anything, but like, what the?
So what the fuck?
What the fuck? Also, how the fuck are they gonna open this new season? Like, honestly, like season 3 opened up with like quite literally a bang in 2 different ways, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. And then what's the last one I'm waiting on? Oh, newest season of Black Mirror. The trailer dropped for it.
Back, dude. What the fuck? I'm super excited, dude. It's gonna be crazy.
I'm pumped as fuck. It's gonna have Selma Hayek. It's gonna have Aaron Paul. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
Jesse Pinkman's gonna be in Black Mirror, bitch.
He's gonna be in space, bitch.
It's gonna be sweet, dude. I'm excited. I'm excited for Black because I was really sad to see it on such a hiatus because I know the writers are running out of ideas. There's a lot of real world shit that's starting to look like Black Mirror, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, especially with the fucking AI shit. Yeah.
Well, the AI stuff, it's really in the early stages, but I really think it's interesting to explore. Let's talk about ChatGPT. I don't know if we talked about that story about the lawyer who he used ChatGPT to write an argument, and he was using precedent, and he put that into he told the chat bot to like go like look for precedent, legal precedent for the case, and it did just that. However, a lot of the cases it made up were fake.
Yeah. Yeah, it quite
And
literally made up cases that did not happen, did not exist, and it's like,
but then it
what?
also it not only did that, it doubled down. He like asked like, "Are these real cases?" And it was like, "Yeah." And like, so he didn't even like proofread it or anything. Like, I think there's something to be said about like if you want to use a chat bot assistant, I think absolutely use that tool to your advantage. I can understand maybe the argument that like, oh, that's making people dumber or like less literate. It's like, well, yeah, but like, also, have you tried fucking reading stuff? It's really boring. I'm an adult and I don't like read. I don't read a lot of stuff these days. I find it hard to read the news sometimes.
That's why I can never
Uh,
be a lawyer, because that's just like reading through paperwork all day. It's like, that's not
well, that's why they
fun.
get paid so much. That it's like you
Yeah.
gotta take so much information and remember stuff. But so anyway, so yeah, it's just really interesting to explore those things and how it's going to advance and how it's going to impact like education and like what people are going to do with that and like getting through school and writing papers. Um,
See, I'm
but
not.
eventually, someone's going to fix that to where the chat bot can find actual cases and not make the mistake of making up cases. But go on,
Yeah, no, I'm not scared about Chat GTP for the moment because
GPT,
GPT. God damn it, I always fuck that up. But anyways,
Chat GPT.
I'm not worried about Chat GPT, right?
Yep.
Chat GPT, because it's so goddamn stupid. It really is. The only things I'm genuinely concerned about is like the image generator, like, you know, AI.
Oh,
The
well, yeah, making fake deep fakes and stuff of people and like.
Yeah, because they're getting better at that. Honestly, the you know, AI generated videos from text prompt, that's still like nightmare fuel, but it's getting increasingly better and better by the minute. And then let's not forget the audio deepfakes of literally anyone you can think of. I can get Tom Cruise to say the N word if I want to, but no, we are using it to have presidents argue over which Pop Tart flavor is the best.
I think that's a really good. I think it should only stay in the space of for comedic effect, where it's like you're just doing these dumb videos or these dumb bits about people arguing over stupid shit or talking about stupid shit.
Yeah.
I think that's really funny, and like I think the ones where it's like Joe Rogan and like Jordan Peterson or Ben Shapiro type are on there talking about something stupid.
But it's the fact
And
that it's so seamless. It like could be used for nefarious purposes, but that's why we're so
it could be.
glad it's only for comedic.
I'm so far so good.
Yeah.
Is how I'd say the AI race is, and they're like I'm concerned because eventually because people are really stupid and gullible. They can be, and the problem with AI is also being developed in an era where you can spread information like wildfire or misinformation for that matter. And so like you could spread a video going viral of like a deep fake of like Biden being like you know admitting to like you know hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein or some shit and like you know that could go viral and people could be like oh my god you know this guy needs to go to jail or whatever and
Yeah.
it's bullshit it's stupid
Yeah.
um, speaking of presidents going to jail
Oh yeah.
Donald Trump just got indicted for the second time and I don't really know I'm not particularly jazzed about it I'm not particularly upset about it I'm just really like I don't care at this point I'm just so tired of hearing about him in the news and it's like if he's not like going to be serving prison time, like why am I going to give a shit what they do with it? You know what I mean? Like he's not going to get actually punished. He's just going to get away with it. He's got such a backing, or it's going to turn everybody like insane. People are going to go nuts if he gets like arrested, and like there's going to be like a civil war, dude. I don't know, man. It's all really tumultuous and weird times, dude.
You know what we need? We need, because this is the perfect timing too. Like John Hinckley Jr. is out of prison and he's living with
Oh, the
his
one
mom.
wait, is that the the one who
Yeah.
fucking shot
Reagan, yes. You know, we as the people need him one last time. You got one last ride, kid. Come on. Can you do it? Can you be bad enough to do what you got to do?
Also, speaking of people who were killers or attempted, I guess, the Unabomber died, Ted Kaczynski.
And I guess people try to make it out. It's like, oh man, it's a conspiracy. You know, he was killed in prison. You know, because he knew too much. It's like, no, you fucking moron. He's 81 years old. He was in federal maximum security prison since like the 90s. Like they literally had any opportunity to do it, but why now? I mean,
Yeah, why do it now? Who knows? Apparently, his whole ass cabin is just in an FBI warehouse somewhere.
Yeah, I saw a funny tweet about that. It's like, because I knew about that from like reading about the case. I was like, why did they just have it in a warehouse? Okay, but
Evidence.
someone edited it to look like the American football album cover from the 90s. Because it literally looks like the same fucking house.
That's funny. That's horrible.
Oh, it's so good though.
Yeah, that is good.
Uh,
Yeah, so that was. I mean, that's a piece of. I don't know. It's always weird when you celebrate someone dying. Like I remember when like people were like roaring about like Bin Laden dying, and I was part of it. I was like in middle school when that
Well,
happened. I didn't really care.
yeah, because fuck Bin Laden. Who the fuck likes Bin Laden anyways?
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
What was that fucking meme? You sent me the
Twink Death, yeah.
Twink Death is scary sometimes, man.
You know what happened? Like he joined the war effort pretty early on in his life, so like that's what happened. War kills your twink vibe.
Yeah, it changes a man.
Exactly. You get the 1,000-yard stare, and you got like 50-year-old man, crow's feet under your eyes, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that happened this week. What else happened? Didn't somebody else die? Oh, it was this piece of shit.
Preacher.
Yeah, what was his name?
Pat Robinson.
Pat Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck
Yeah.
that guy. That's a guy who I'm like, and also the Unabomber. Fuck the Unabomber. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put that on the podcast. That's not
I think it was Pat Robertson, because I remember people like, I guess with dyslexia, fucking misread that as Robert Pattinson dying.
No, well, for sure. People like.
Ah, yes, Robert Pattinson dying at 81 years old. That fucking works.
Pat Robertson. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Pat Robertson. Yeah, that piece of fucking shit. Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Dude, he has some interesting hot takes. Like, what was it? Some guy called him on his, like, I guess this like a radio or, like, TV show that he had or something. He called him and it's like, oh, man, like, my wife is, like, trying to leave me. It's like, what should I do? And it's like, maybe go to Saudi Arabia where you can control her. Something along the lines of that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy, dude.
Jokingly.
Fuck that guy.
I'm like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. We do not support that shit.
Yeah, no, that's evil. That is not what Jesus would do. Jesus would smite you down. Yeah.
Jesus wouldn't smite you down. He'd just forgive you. He'd be like, yeah, it's whatever, dude.
I don't know. There's got to be a certain point where like Jesus is like, okay, pat it up to here, man.
He turns the other cheek, man. He turns the other cheek. That's his whole vibe, dude. He's like, it's all about forgiveness, bro. He's all about Jesus and like the Buddha and motherfuckers like them were like the coolest people in history, and they weren't dicks. They were just all about like just be nice to each other. Like it was literally just like just be nice to each other. Like that's all they were asking, and like humans were like no, and like fucking killed Jesus.
Yeah, they really were too good for this world, man. It sucks, man. Jesus was cool. Jesus was too fucking cool for his own good.
I hope that Socrates was cool too. You wonder. I mean. Isn't it rumored that he like fucked kids or something?
I mean, it's fucking ancient.
It was ancient.
It was ancient Greece, man. Like you're dicking everybody, man, including the local goat. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're dicking everything.
But anyways, back to movies before we clock out.
Yeah.
I saw Lawless again recently, hence the haircut.
Nice. Lawless is a fantastic book. The book it's based off is good too.
Yeah,
I did read that.
It's one of the very few movies I saw with Shia LaBeouf where I'm like, damn, he is really good at acting, but too bad he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's a little off the deep end. He could be a smart guy though.
He's tame now, but he fumbled the bag with Mia Goth, so he fumbled the fucking bag.
They were dating.
They hooked up. They have a kid together.
Oh, good for him, dude.
Yeah, I know, right? Then I also saw The Nice Guys yesterday.
Classic movie. Love that. Watching that again, dude. It's super funny.
Phenomenal. Another case too, like fucking Russell Crowe, total asshole in real life, but fuck, he was good in this movie.
Yeah, he's a weird guy in real life, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit of an asshole. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then I saw that Black Mirror episode, White Christmas, because I thought it's a great episode. It's got John Hamm, and fuck me, it's so emotional.
It was like the first episode I watched, and I was like, this show, you literally can't, like the new season's going to come out, I can't for the life of me binge that shit, because you need to like lie down every episode.
Yeah, you gotta like lie down in the fetal position and like just
Rock
wrap
yourself
your
to sleep, dude. Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
wrap your mind around what you just watched, and that's definitely me when I saw Black Museum, because that was a fucking trip of an episode. Jesus Christ.
Those episodes are nuts, dude. But I think we should clock out here. I heard laughter in the back. You should go join the party, man.
Yeah, and I got it wrong, by the way. I thought it was a tequila tasting because that's what I've been hearing all day, but no, it's cocktails and wine, which is even better, honestly.
Oh, you're gonna get drunk, boy. Have fun.
Oh, I'm about to get fucked up. Anyways, this is the 9 to 5 boys. Clocking
Clock
out.
out.